Good morning, everyone. We'll have just a brief review of the topic differing strands within the movement. In January 1921, the non cooperation Khilafat movement began. In this movement, various social groups participated. But the term meant different things to different people, means different people have different meaning for Swaraj. Right? Swaraj meant different to different people. The movement in the towns. Middle class started the movement and thousands of students, teachers, headmasters left government controlled schools and colleges. Lawyers gave up their legal practices. In the economic front, the effects of non cooperation were more dramatic. The production of Indian textile mills and handlooms went up when people started boycotting foreign goods. But this movement slowed down due to a variety of reasons, such as khadi clothes are expensive, less Indian institutions for students and teachers to choose from. So they went back to government schools and lawyers joined back government courts. So what was happening? What was happening in India was that people participated enthusiastically in non-cooperation movement. They wanted to be a part of this movement, and they did every bit. They did their every bit to make this movement a huge success. But why this movement slowed down? Because people had boycotted their jobs. No, students have come out of the colleges, but they didn't had any other alternate option as well. Indian institutions were not there. No, right? There were no government jobs for the people, and also khadi clothes were expensive. These were the reason people again moved back to their old habits. Rebellion in the countryside. The non cooperation movement spread to the countryside, where peasants and tribals were developing in different parts of India. Now, peasants were the one who were treated as bonded laborers, right? Peasants were the one due to because they were the ones who had been suppressed because of heavy taxes levied on them, and often landlords, right? They had exploited these peasants and farmers. So the non cooperation movement spread to the countryside, where peasants and tribals were developing in different parts of India. The peasant movement started against talukdars and landlords who demanded high rents and a variety of other cesses. It demanded reduction of revenue, abolition of begar means slavery, and social boycott of oppressive landlords. Jawaharlal Nehru in 1920 started going around the villages in Awadh to understand their grievances. In October, he, along with few others, set up the Awadh Kisan Sabha, and within a month, 300 branches have been set up. In 1921, the peasant movement was spread and the houses of talukdars and merchants were attacked. Bazaars were looted and grain boards were taken over. So this was the even a peasant movement which had taken place in 1921, where these suppressed peasants, they have attacked the houses of talukdars and merchants, and they have looted bazaars and they have taken over the grains. In the early 1920s, a militant guerrilla movement started spreading in the Gudam hills of Andhra Pradesh. The government started closing down forest areas. Started closing down means the forests were reserved now, right? Two-thirds of the forest, which included two-thirds of the forest were reserved by the Britishers, and Indians had no right to enter into those forests, right? Only the outer portion was available to them, which was of no use to them, right? Two-thirds of the productive forest area was reserved by the Britishers, and Indians, if entering of Indians was considered to be illegal, and often they had to pay heavy fines or they were even imprisoned for entering the reserved forest. Now the tribals who were dependent on forest for their survival, right? They were they were completely dependent on forest for their survival. For the and for the tribal people, it was difficult. Their livelihood had come to a halt, and they didn't wanted the forest to go in the hands of Britishers, and hence they started a revolt. They started a revolt against the Britishers. They wanted their forest back. They wanted their livelihood back. And that is why these tribal people, they started revolting against the Britishers. So why tribals, they started revolting against the Britishers? Because Britishers have reserved the forest, right? And these tribal peoples, they were completely dependent on forest resources for their livelihood. Since your Britishers have taken a control over forest resources, your tribals were not allowed to enter forest. And if anyone found entering the forest, right, he was either imprisoned or he has to pay heavy taxes. The government started closing down forest areas, due to which their livelihood was affected. Finally, the hill people revolted, which was led by Alluri Sitaram Raju, who claimed that he had a variety of special powers. Now class, what you will do is you will write about Alluri Sitaram Raju also. It's a very important question from your board point of view, right? Who was Alluri Sitaram Raju and what role did he play in the non-cooperation movement? This was the homework which I had given you yesterday. Now, Swaraj in the plantations. Workers too had their own understanding of Mahatma Gandhi and the notion of Swaraj. For plantation workers in Assam, freedom meant the right to move freely in and out of the confined space in which they were enclosed, and it meant retaining a link with the village from which they had come. Now these were the plantation workers in Assam who were not allowed to go back to their native places without permission, right? Who were not allowed to move freely, right? And that is why they had seen this non-cooperation movement as a hope that they'll be able to again recreate a link with their villages. Under the Inland Emigration Act of 1859, plantation workers were not permitted to leave the tea gardens without permission. And in fact, they were rarely given such permissions, means treated like bonded laborers. When they heard of the non-cooperation movement, thousands of workers defied the authorities, left the plantations, and headed home. They believed that Gandhi Raj was coming, and everyone would be given land in their own villages. Now this is what was the meaning of Swaraj for plantation workers. They believed that Gandhi Raj was coming and everyone would be given land in their own villages. They, however, never reached their destination. Stranded on the way by a railway and steamer strike, they were caught by the police and brutally beaten up. The visions of these movements were not defined by the Congress program. They interpreted the term Swaraj in their own ways, imagining it to be a time when all suffering and all troubles would be over. Means Congress had not given this vision, but people started taking Swaraj in their own way, right? They considered that Swaraj would come and all their sufferings and troubles would be over. Yet, when these people who had different meaning of Swaraj in their mind, when they chanted Gandhi's name, right, and demanding Swatantra Bharat, they all were emotionally relating to all India agitation. Now class, what you will do is you will go through all these slides. If any query is there till here, you are free to ask me on your WhatsApp group. And yes, please submit your homework on time. Thank you.